distinguished guests, fellow VC colleagues, investors, founders, and friends. It gives me great pleasure to welcome you to Genesis Forum 2021, brought to you by Genesis in collaboration with our partners, SMU Institute of Innovation and Entrepreneurship and PwC Singapore. The Genesis Forum casts the spotlight on Southeast Asia's trailblazing founders and thought leaders who share their experiences about the innovation and impact ecosystem in Southeast Asia. We are very fortunate to have with us today many leaders of the industry across banking, finance, audit, venture capital, private equity, as well as academia, who have graciously agreed to be part of today's event. I am now going to hand the mic over to my managing partner, Dr. Jeremy Loh, to give the opening remarks.
Thank you, Martin. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Jeremy, and I'm the co-founder and managing partner of Genesis Alternative Ventures. It gives me great pleasure to welcome you to the Genesis Forum 2021. A year ago, the world looked like it was going to end. As an entrepreneur, you go through these crazy lows and crazy highs. These words from Anthony Tan, CEO of Grab, will resonate with everyone here, whether you're a professional, students, or entrepreneurs alike. That roller coaster journey of building something, whether a business, a career, pretty much anything. Uncertainty, a sense of mission, and that light at the end of the tunnel, you're not quite sure whether it's daylight or a fast approaching train, especially in this unparalleled COVID times. Amid this landscape, we thought it would be useful to provide a platform for thought leaders, entrepreneurs, enablers, and service providers across the venture and investment space to have meaningful conversations on a range of diverse topics that are live in today's post-COVID world. And so, the Genesis Forum was born. With this in mind, we've curated a diverse set of topics for us today, from debt to equity capital raising, discussing the trials and tribulations of impact investing, and introducing you to startup leaders on the front line building their companies as COVID unfolds in front of them. And in doing so, we bring together expertise and opinions from across the spectrum. There will be senior bankers with expert VCs on the panels, impact investors, and founders, right, of startup companies with professional managers. We put them all in the mix, and we now pray for good conversation. And before I close off, I wanted to touch on a subject that's close to our hearts. Obviously, venture debt. Genesis is, after all, a Southeast Asia venture debt fund that is investing in and backing Southeast Asian tech founders and companies. Venture debt is still significantly under-tapped in the region, and the Genesis mission is to bring better awareness of debt financing for venture-backed companies. And so, as we approach PwC with an idea to build an industry report on venture debt for Southeast Asia, it will be launched later today and will hopefully smoothen the path from entrepreneurs and investors to better understand what venture debt is all about and the availability of venture debt in Southeast Asia. Thank you, everyone, and we are delighted to have you here with us, and we hope that you enjoy Genesis Forum 2021.
Thank you, Jeremy. Now, my other partner, Ben Benjamin, will tell us the flow of events for the day.
My name is Ben, and I'm co-founder and partner of Genesis Alternative Ventures. We have a couple of items on the agenda today. First, the inimitable Datuk Sri Nazir Razak, who will deliver the keynote address, which I'm warned, by the way, is not for the faint of heart, so listen closely. Thank you very much once again, Datuk Sri. After Datuk Sri, we have Patrick Yeo, venture leader at PwC Venture Hub, who will launch a new Southeast Asia ecosystem report on venture debt published jointly by PwC Singapore and Genesis. This is followed by a two-panel discussion with really wonderful selection of diverse speakers. The first panel discussing capital raising and capital structures in a post-COVID environment, and the second panel examining impact and ESG investing in Southeast Asia. Thereafter, we have Harvey Tor, Chief Investment Officer of SMU, who will address us on the role of tertiary institutions within the innovation landscape. Last and certainly not least, we separate into 3 breakout rooms to engage with startups and startup founders and leaders, on various topics, including financial inclusion and fintech, the future of work and living post-COVID, and the resilience of Indonesian startups. And I'll be back here just before the breakout to guide you into those rooms. Now, before I hand over to Martin, ladies and gentlemen, I must give thanks to our panelists and moderators, some of whom are in the greenhouse today, but most of whom are calling in from as far afield as Seattle. Dave, thank you so much. I know it's pretty late where you are. London, Cologne, Tokyo, Taipei, Jakarta, and Kuala Lumpur. Thank you so much to each of you for accepting our invitation to join today and for sharing your experience with all of us. And a big shout out to the founders and leaders of some of the most exciting tech startups in Southeast Asia, who you will meet in the breakout rooms later. Thank you very much for sharing your entrepreneurial journeys today at the forum. Finally, much gratitude to our partners for helping us bring the Genesis Forum to life, to SMU and the Institute of Innovation and Entrepreneurship for co-hosting the Genesis Forum with us today at this beautiful venue, to PwC Singapore for your strong partnership, as is partly evidenced by the paper we're going to put out shortly, and of course to Decade for your continued support. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for your time. I hope you enjoyed today, and I'll catch you at the Impact panel later on.